Hey everyone, this is Cargo. I'd like you to make a little addendum to my music rant and add something to it based on something that Lotusama just did in her last video and her last couple videos actually. I mean, I can't believe I didn't really pick up on it until I really look back on what she just said in the previous two videos, mainly about part 3 of her fan base rant and how the Sonic fan base is all fighting over who the voice actor is. And I was like, wait a minute, the same thing I think if I'm correct happens in the music fan base, where people will get all tied up and basically just throw a fit over who the singer is or who plays one instrument or whatever, who the members are in any band. And this goes for any band, any famous band, you name it, metal or other metal bands too, but in music in general it doesn't matter. People will basically get all bent on a shape about who, if someone leaves, if someone gets kicked out, and then they'll be like, well, this band member was better, now they have this new sucky person. You know what? Here's the thing. You know, band members leave or get kicked out due to various reasons. The band as a whole has the right to carry on without that person. Do you honestly want everything to just stop because someone left? The remaining musicians have every right to carry on without that person, and as long as the general as long as they follow the general idea and goal of the main band members, I don't see the problem. If you find someone else that likes the music you're doing and is willing to follow along with you and tour with you, and you get along with them, and then you should be able to hire that person and carry on with the band and not have to just stop everything just because someone left. And I've mentioned this before, but Cradle of Filth is one of my favorite bands, but here's the thing. They have changed members in that band more times than can possibly be. It's almost impossible to even count. It can be counted, but it's a lot. And that's because Cradle of Filth from day one has had a revolving door policy. They don't care if you want to leave. If you want to leave for the right reasons, you know, as long as it's mutual, and you know, you're not doing it because you're like, fuck you, I'm leaving kind of thing, type of thing, then they don't care. As long as you inform them that you're leaving, they can find someone to replace. And that's part of the reason that the sound of their albums keep changing, is because they keep getting new people in. Now, if Danny left, then there would be a problem, because Danny's really the driving force behind that band, and his vocals really make that band, in my opinion, unique. If he wasn't there and they had like another vocalist, it would be basically almost, if they got a vocalist kind of black metal-ish, it would almost be a carbon copy, in my opinion, of Children of Bodom. It would almost sound strikingly similar if they got a black metal vocalist to do it, because Children of Bodom has the same time of deal, except they're power metal. And they have that screeching vocal style, except it's more, the Children of Bodom vocalist does a lot. He doesn't quite have a black metal screech, but it's still kind of there. It's still kind of similar to it. But yeah, I think they would sound a little bit too much like Children of Bodom if they got someone else. But who knows who they would get if Danny happened to leave. But yeah, it would definitely not be the same band if Danny left. But what I really I understand to a point of changes in a vocalist, the band definitely does sound different. Can sound different with the new vocalist. But, for instance, Nightwish, other than the vocalist, they sound virtually the same thing. It's still the same musical style, everything. Everyone else stayed. Tarja wasn't one who got kicked out. By the way, Lotusama, check them out. You'd like them. I think you would like them. Nightwish. They're a great band. If you're listening to this. Anyway, yeah. That the whole Sonic thing about the voice actor just reminded me of this, and how people can get bent on a shape over who's in the band. And things happen. And you have to understand that you're not going to get the old person back. It's just not. You can't control it. Going on the petition online or mailing the companies or band member or the band, begging them and pleading them to get people back, it doesn't work. It's pointless. And by the way, I should mention that petitioning online is the most joke site on the web, and anyone who's really smart knows this. Petition online does not work. Nobody looks. I guarantee you, a big majority of those petitions are not looked at by the people they're petitioning them to. They don't care about you. Sorry to say it, but that's the truth. So stop wasting your time. You're not getting anywhere. In fact, I bet anything, the more you petition, the more you'll just do to piss them off. The more you'll do to just piss them off and say, why should we listen to you? You're just being a bunch of loudmouths and telling us, if you don't do this, we're gonna do this. Because that's basically what you're acting is like you're giving a lot of people who will go out of their way and give them ultimatums and send death threats like Lotusama mentioned, and that's not going to get you anywhere. So stop, seriously. Yeah, I think that about covers what I'm trying to get after in this little addendum. Yeah, so basically, yeah, you need to in closing, you guys really need to just stop all this nonsense over who's a voice actor in a game, in a freaking video game, or who plays an instrument or sings vocals for a band, because you're not going to change anything. You're not. It's not going to happen. No matter how much you want it to, you can't change. You can't change the world. You wish, and trust me, I sometimes wish I could change the world in a lot of different ways. But I've grown up to realize that, that's just not going to happen. So I have to live with that. The only thing you can do is better yourself. Don't think you can go changing the world and changing everyone else just to fit what you think. It's not going to happen. So just work on being your own better. Work on being a better person for yourself and no one else. Really. And don't get me wrong, you should be a better person for others, but you should really not be concerned about what others think about you, and concentrate on being a better person just because you should, just because it's good for you. So that's the end of this. This has been Cargo, signing off. Slick out.